this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Here we go. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Lee. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Holstein. Quickly complete. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Wants to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Off play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air, it's Holstein. Good timing on the quick out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Might be changing the route. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Lee. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Gets it to the back. Breaks it
open in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Finds his big tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's caught. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Pitt pushing the pace. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Got him downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Bringing it out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. The give out of the gun. He's in open space downfield. Lots of running room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Wants to throw again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, NC State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. Third and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. He fires one deep down the right side. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
You got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Panthers. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On target to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort. A first down run in the red zone. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. Unleashes to the end zone.
Touchdown, Wolfpack. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Finds his man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Pitt right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick and wide open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Shakes off the defender. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Under fire. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gonna look downfield again. That's reeled in, it's Smothers. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Grab near the marker is Hoffman. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Pitt pushing the pace.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throws for the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Give to the running back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positivities.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Johnson. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Pitt right back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Grabbed on the outside, it's Johnson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Finds the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Wants to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. And it's his 4th interception of the game. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback.
Going the other way, and he's got room. The 50. He's inside the 40. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smothers. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. To the air, it's Bailey. Looking to get it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Distance's not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.